Hello everyone, welcome to IGCSE and GCSE Maths School. I am Saman. Can you do this question? Right, the question. If A equals C within brackets B minus D, where C equals 100 to the nearest 100, B equals 50 to the nearest 10, D equals 30 to the nearest 10, find part 1, upper bound and lower bound of A, and second part, the range of value of A, right? Now, if you believe that you have ability to do this question, pause the video and answer the question, and then compare your answer with mine. I'm going to solve. Okay, right. Now, what does it say? If A equals C within brackets B minus D, where C equals 100 to the nearest 100, D equals 50 to the nearest 10. D equals 30 to the nearest 10, find part 1, upper bound and lower bound of A, and part 2, the range of value of A. Right. Now we'll take the question. We are going to take the bull by the horns. Then A equals C within brackets B minus D. Right. This is the question. Now this question can be written like this: C multiplied by B minus D. Right, this bracket means multiplication. So this means A equals C multiplied by B minus D whole thing. So therefore, now you can view this question as a product of two terms. This is one term, this is the other term. One term is C, that is a single number, single term. This one is a combination of terms. Combination of terms. This is a single term, this is a combination of terms that represents difference of two numbers. Difference of two numbers, B minus D. That is how you find the difference of two numbers. How do you find the difference of two numbers? By subtraction. By subtraction of one number from the other. To find the difference between two numbers, you subtract the smaller number from the larger number. Larger number minus smaller number. Right. Okay. Now see. A equals C into B minus 12. Now you know that this is a product of two terms. This is one term, this whole thing is another term. Then this is A. A is actually a product of these two. Then if you want to find the upper bound of A, that means you have to find the upper bound. Upper bound of A means upper bound of this product. Lower bound of A means lower bound of this product. We have, you know already how to find the upper bound of a product. Upper bound of a product equals product of upper bounds of the numbers multiplied. Product of upper bound of a product equals product of upper bounds of the numbers multiplied. That means product of the upper bound of this product equals the product of the upper bound of C and upper bound of B minus D. Therefore, we write here upper bound of A equals upper bound of this multiplied by upper bound of this one. That comes from the formula for the upper bound of a product. Upper bound of a product. Right. What is the formula of the upper bound of product? Upper bound of product equals product of upper bounds of the numbers multiplied, right? Okay. These are the two numbers multiplied to get it. Therefore, upper bound of A equals the products of the upper bounds of these two. Therefore, we write upper bound of A equals upper bound of C. Upper bound of C. C into product of upper bounds. Upper bound of B minus D. Upper bound of B minus D. Upper bound of B minus D. Okay, right. Upper bound of B minus D. Right. Then lower bound of product. We know the formula for the lower bound of product. That is what? The lower bound of product equals product of the lower bounds of the numbers multiplied. Lower bound of product equals product of the lower bounds of the numbers multiplied. Therefore, now here, this is the product. Then this product is equal to A. Therefore, lower bound of the product means lower bound of A. Therefore, lower bound of A equals the product of the lower bounds of these two, right? Then product of the lower bounds of that means lower bound of what? C into lower bound of what? B minus. Right. Now we want to find the upper bound and lower bound of B. We will have to find in the first place the upper bound of C, lower bound of C, upper bound of B minus D, and upper bound of lower bound of B minus D. Then substitute those into these two formulas to get the upper bound and lower bound of A. Now this is the first part of the question, right? Now we will see how to find the upper bound of C. C is a single number. Then we know the very straightforward formula for finding the upper bound of one corrected value, single corrected value. That is corrected value plus degree of accuracy over 2. Then to find the lower bound of the single corrected value is corrected value minus degree of accuracy over 2. Then we'll find first of all the upper bound and lower bound of C. C is a upper bound of C equals then corrected value plus degree of accuracy over 2. Right. Now we will find that. Then corrected value of C, they have given C100. Then can you see? Yes. C100. Then plus degree of accuracy is correct to C is 100 to the nearest 100. Therefore, corrected value degree of accuracy is 100 because that 100 is value of C is 100 correct to the nearest. It is to the nearest 100. Sorry, value of C is 100 to the nearest 100. Correct to the nearest 100. Therefore, degree of accuracy is 100. Then you get this value. How much? 100 plus 100 divided by 2. Sorry, 2. Then here 100 divided by 2 is 50. 50 plus 100 means 150. That is the upper bound of C. Now you go to lower bound of C. Lower bound of C. How much? Corrected value plus minus. Sorry, lower bound formula is lower bound of the single corrected value, or the single value is corrected value minus degree of accuracy over 2. Now corrected value minus degree of accuracy over 2. Right. Okay. Now here corrected value of C, again the same thing, 100. We need the lower bound of C also, right? Then CV means here corrected value. Here also CV means corrected value, right? Corrected value is that given value to the certain degree of accuracy that's mentioned with the question, right? Okay. Then this 100 is the corrected value. Then minus degree of accuracy is same as in the upper bound, that is 100. 100 divided by 2. Here 100 minus 50 means 50 here. Lower bound of C is 50. Now we have to find the upper bound and lower bound of B minus D. Right. Okay. Then write upper bound of B minus D. Right. Okay. Now we have learned upper bound of a difference. How do you find the upper bound of a difference? Upper bound of a difference is the upper bound of the larger value minus lower bound of the smaller value. Here in this case, I told you this difference is found by deducting this lower value from the larger value, smaller value from the larger value. Here the larger value, here the smaller value. Therefore, you have to take the upper bound of the larger value and deduct from that the lower bound of the smaller value. That is how you find this one. You write here upper bound of larger value, that means B, then minus lower bound of what? D. lower bound of D. So that is how you find the upper bound of B minus D, right? Then find the upper bound of B. Upper bound of B equals how much? Upper bound of B. Upper bound of B. How do you find the upper bound of B? You find this is now the single corrected value. See, B, upper bound of B equals corrected value plus degree of accuracy over 2. Corrected value plus degree of accuracy over 2. Now, corrected value of B, how much? It is given. It is given 50. 50. 50, right? It is 50. Then plus degree of accuracy. Degree of accuracy of 50. That is value of B is 10 divided by 2, right? That is 1. Then that is the upper bound of B. Then you find the lower bound of B. Then how lower bound of D? How do you find the lower bound of D? That is again the lower bound of a single corrected value. What is the formula? That's very general formula that we have studied. Lower bound of single corrected value equals corrected value minus degree of accuracy over 2, right? Now we go to this corrected value of, then to find the lower bound of D, what we have to do is to take the relationship corrected value of D minus degree of accuracy over of D. Right. Now take the corrected value of D here. This is D equals 30. Take it here. That is the corrected value. 30. That is 30. Then minus. Then degree of accuracy of that, and that 30 has been given to the nearest 10. Therefore, 10 is the degree of accuracy. Then 10 divided by 2. Right. Okay. Now calculate it. If you calculate this, you get here. Here 50 plus this one 55. Then this one minus here 25. 55 minus 25 means 30. 30 will be the upper bound of B minus D, right? Okay. 30 minus 10. Okay, no, 30 minus 5 is 25, correct. Okay. Now go to next one. We have to find further. Then we found the upper bound of B minus. We need to find lower bound of B minus D also. Then right, lower bound of D. Sorry, B minus D. How do you find to get this one? Lower bound of difference. How do you get the lower bound of difference? That is, lower bound of difference equals, you get the difference by deducting smaller value from the larger value. Larger value is in most cases the first value, second value is the smaller value. Then you get the lower bound of difference equals lower bound of the larger value minus upper bound of the smaller value. Then lower value of the B, then lower bound of B, therefore lower bound of B, L, lower bound of B minus what? Right, lower bound of B minus lower bound of B minus upper bound of D. Right. Okay. That is the formula for that. Right. Now you find the lower bound of B. Lower bound of B is the lower bound of a single corrected value. The formula is corrected value minus degree of accuracy over 2. Here then find corrected value of B, how much? 50. 50. Then minus degree of accuracy of 50 is 10 divided by 2. Right. Then upper bound of D. Upper bound of D is how much? D value of D is 30. Its upper bound is how much? Corrected value of D minus upper bound of D, that is corrected value of D plus degree of accuracy over 2. Then you write here corrected value of D, how much? That is D value 30. Then here plus degree of accuracy over 2. Degree of accuracy over 2. What is the degree of accuracy? Degree of accuracy of D is that D equals 30 to the nearest 10. That is put here over 2. Right. Then if you calculate this, you get how much? 50 minus 5 is 45 here. Then here minus 30, plus 5 is 35, 35. Then equals how much? 10. This will be the what? Lower bound of b minus d. Then upper bound b minus d is 30. Lower bound of b minus d is 10. Right. Okay. Right. Now we have found all the necessary information to be substituted into this formula and get. Then we write upper bound of A here, upper bound of A, how much? Here, upper bound of C, upper bound of C, upper bound of C is here 150, 150. Then multiplied by, what is that? Upper bound of B minus D. Upper bound of B minus D, where is the upper bound of B? Upper bound of B, upper bound of B minus D, this one, here 30. Here 30. Multiply those two. You are getting how much? 4,500. Okay, that is the upper bound. The lower bound of B, lower bound of B, sorry, lower bound of A is the different product. Lower bound of B equals lower bound of C into lower bound of B minus. Then we have the lower bound of C. What is the lower bound of C? Lower bound of C is how much? 50. Lower bound of we substitute, then into, then lower bound of b minus d. Lower bound of b minus d is here how much? 10. You put it here, 10. Lower bound of b minus d. Then multiply those two. You are getting how much? 500. So this is the upper bound of A, this product, and this is the lower bound of A. That is this product again, right? Then this is the answers for upper bound, lower bound is the first part of the question. The second part of the question is the range. Range is always greater than or equal to the lower bound and less than the upper bound. Then range of, you write range of, otherwise we can write actual values. Actual value of A is how much? Greater than or equals lower bound. What is the lower bound? Lower bound of A, 500. And less than the upper bound. What is the upper bound? What is the upper bound? The 4,500. Right. That is the answer for the question. That is over. Going to end the video. Right. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much for watching until then.